Ladies and gentlemen, we have entered October. I made a whole video yesterday about the Uptober term and the trend of Uptober. Obviously a play on words with October there, insinuating that October is generally bullish. We looked into the monthly returns chart on Bitcoin. We'll briefly do that again today, clearly identifying that there is actually an established trend with the month of October, probably beyond the point of coincidence, which means that October is generally very, very bullish. And this year, October is more important than usual. It's not just any random October, it's the October of the 4-year cycle. October 2025, we've been talking about this specific month in this specific year for literally 3 or 4 years now, right? Since 2022 in the bear market bottom. The cycle, according to regular textbook 101 4-year cycle, should probably be topping around October, maybe into early to mid-November. Now, it doesn't have to do that. The cycle could break, it could deviate, but if the cycle is going to play out perfectly, that is what should happen. And luckily, we've started out October with a bang. We've made a massive move to the upside on a short-term level, as expected. And furthermore, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, not sure what I'm going to title it yet, but I'm sure it's going to have something to do with this, we have actually broken above a line which goes right back to 2017's all-time high. We have finally gotten above that line on a short-term level, and this puts us firmly above our $118,000 target region, and that has major implications on short-term and how we should be behaving in reaction to the market. So I know this was a mouthful of an introduction, but there's a lot to talk about today. We'll try to get through it as quickly and concisely as possible. Before we do so, I'm going to take 30 seconds of your time here to bring you something about the Bitunix Exchange. I understand a lot of people have a lot of different exchanges, but I really think that should not be the case because most exchanges, unfortunately, are insecure. Not insecure, but unsecure, I should say. Exchanges, of course, aren't people. They can't be insecure, but they can be unsecure. Okay, and they can get hacked, they can have breaches of security, happens all the time. Bitunix has never had that. It's been on the market for 4.5 years, never had a security breach. It's also globally accessible, no locational restrictions. You can sign up from anywhere in the world and use it without a VPN. And if you use my referral link down below to sign up, you'll get a 15% lifetime trading fee discount attached to your account permanently. So go ahead and use that link down below to get on this great exchange if you're interested. Links down there. Let's get into the content. We'll talk more about October and the cyclical implications in a moment, but I want to start out this video actually by discussing this line from 2017. It is something we've been looking at for weeks and weeks. In fact, if we zoom right in, this yellow line, of course, very important on the last two rejections, the last two kind of important moments for Bitcoin, right here and right here where I've circled. Those rejections have come from this yellow line, have come from resistance retests of this yellow line, and both of those rejections pinned Bitcoin against its bull market support band, as well as its critical support region, which stemmed backwards from $107,300 and looked something like that. So what you can see here is Bitcoin ping-ponging between this yellow line and its critical support zone, hanging on for dear life. And every time we had to hang on for dear life, every time massive stress and tension came to the market with those support retests, it occurred due to the fact that we were rejected from this yellow level. So of course, naturally, getting back above that yellow level had the utmost urgency. It was the most important thing we needed to do. And thank God we've gotten back above that yellow level. And we have actually seen a daily candle close above that yellow level. If we zoom in to the short-term price charts, we can see even on the 15-minute chart, we are holding it on support on a short-term level. Now, obviously, we're not like way above it, where we haven't been above it for a long period of time. We're only just hovering above it now. We're still actually actively retesting it. So, hopefully we don't fall off a cliff here. And that kind of brings us to the next question. What do we need to do to absolutely confidently be above that line and heading again for the stars in another macro breakout? Well, we've done the first step. We've gotten above it. We need to do the next step now, which is hold above it. Fundamentally, we need another momentum shift to the upside so we can really spring upwards here to new all-time highs. And that extra momentum shift, in my view, is going to be coming from charts like the Bitcoin weekly chart, which unfortunately is still at resistance. The 62 level on the weekly chart RSI, in red, the origin of the weekly chart RSI price action, which you can't see very well on this chart here, but it is true, is still being tested for resistance right now as we speak. But as you can see, more broadly speaking, we have this triangle formation on the weekly chart RSI going back to February, which will be a massive momentum trigger to the upside and cause Bitcoin to make yet another parabolic move if it is broken. Same thing can be said about the 2-week chart. In fact, it's probably better said with the 2-week chart, because the 2-week chart on the Bitcoin RSI is one of the most important charts you could possibly even look at, and most people don't even look at the time frame. It has marked every single macro top, literally without fail, not only just bull market macro tops, but also macro tops in general. You can see it up there with this pink line. I'll make it pink so you can see it. All these important macro tops we've seen on Bitcoin have come from rejections from this 2-week chart RSI line. And as you can see, we're on a triangle formation in that 2-week chart RSI. Breaking that triangle will be a massive momentum shift to the upside and will lead Bitcoin, of course, to spring even further to new all-time highs. Even the same thing can be said about the momentum indicator, the RSI, on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. We have a triangle formation. Again, we're testing it right now for resistance a little bit higher. We break that, we spring upwards to all-time highs once again. So all of this is to say, I've kind of just thrown information at you. Let's just take a step back here and really just understand what I just said. We've made an excellent step in the right direction. I mean, truly, really, really good. Not only a break from a level that goes back to 2017, not only a break from a level that rejected us on 2 separate occasions, not only a bounce from an important macro support level, also a break above the POC on the volume profile. I mean, you're struggling to get anything better than what we've seen here. This is literally exactly what we wanted to happen. But of course, seeing as it's a new breakout, we are still threatening actually to have it labeled as a fake out. So hopefully we don't drop back below this level. And the way to be absolutely sure that this is a breakout and not just another trap is to get these massive momentum shifts to the upside on charts like the total cryptocurrency chart weekly RSI, right? And that won't take very long to come, just a few more percent to the upside and we'll have that. So the market is rapidly shifting in bullish favor. It's not 100% there yet, right? I can't say with 100% certainty that this is a confirmed macro breakout. What I can say is it's a massive, massive leap in the right direction. And I can say it probably is. But again, full confirmation has not occurred because the momentum indicators have not shifted to the upside. And momentum is very, very important when it comes to macro moves. So probably going to have to be, seeing a little bit more, maybe 120, 121,000, something like that, before these macro momentum indicator resistance zones start breaking to the upside. And at that point, it'll be very clear that we're doing something massive. Of course, my macro indication, my macro opinion has always been macro bullish. I've been macro bullish nonstop since 2022 because we haven't seen a macro breakdown, quite simply. I mean, it's very obvious where a macro breakdown would occur. If we broke this level here, that would have been a macro breakdown from equal lows. We didn't see that. We held it, so we remained macro bullish. But now we enter a month which is so important cyclically, right? All of this, everything we've seen in the last 3 years has happened within the bounds of the 4-year cycle. People want to come all the time. They come to my channel and they say the 4-year cycle's broken, it's gone. It could be, right? It could be, but we have no evidence that it is yet, right? At the moment as we speak, there is zero evidence that the 4-year cycle is actually broken in any way that matters to the 4-year cycle, okay? Yes, of course, things have been different, but things are always different. That's how the 4-year cycle works. For example, 2017 was a bull market that went straight upwards. 2021 was a bull market that had 2 major peaks. There's a difference, a major difference between 2 cycles there, and yet they both occurred within the bounds of the regular 4-year cycle. So you can see major differences between cycles and have the cycles still play out normally within the bounds of the date range trend. Now, again, none of this is to say that the 4-year cycle will certainly play out. It doesn't have to play out, but we have no evidence indicating that it is not playing out yet. Now, if we continue running into 2026, that's evidence that it's not playing out. But at this point, the 4-year cycle still says the top is coming very shortly. It still says the top will be in around October, maybe November. And that leaves us with about a month, right? We've got about a month, maybe 6 weeks if we're lucky. And we don't have much time here, which really highlights the importance of the time we have left, October. And October, luckily for us, is the most bullish month in Bitcoin's price history. We look at October here on the monthly returns chart, and we see we've only ever had 2 red Octobers, and one of them was only negative 3%. The average return in October is plus 20%. This is an extremely bullish month, historically speaking. So things are looking good. Things are certainly looking much better than they did a week ago. Look, I mean, if you want to be really conservative, we're not fully there yet. We need to get these macro momentum shifts to the upside. That would be great to see. Again, things like the 2-week chart RSI on Bitcoin breaking, the total cryptocurrency market cap RSI on the weekly chart breaking. These would be good to see. They would be full confirmation. But to me, this is excellent progress. Double bottom on this bull market support band and critical region is very good to see. Of course, I will discuss the altcoin market and Ethereum more broadly speaking in coming videos. I don't want to do it today because it will just make the video a bit too messy. But of course, I'm actually not really too interested in Bitcoin at all. I'm interested in Bitcoin because it provides the security needed for altcoins and Ethereum to run. It's really Ethereum that I'm mainly focusing on. I don't see reason to believe that altcoins are outperforming Ethereum yet. I still think we're in an Ethereum season, broadly speaking. And of course, let's just hypothetically say that the 4-year cycle does play out perfectly. Let's say we top out in late October, roughly. We have seen trends historically where Ethereum and altcoins keep running for an extra month. So it's not like we've got a month until everything crashes downwards. It's more like we might have a month until Bitcoin tops, and then actually more like 2 months until everything actually starts crashing properly. That's if the cycle plays out, and we'll know the answer to that very shortly. Actual upside targets for Bitcoin next, of course, is the local highs at 124. But then beyond that, we're looking at things like 130 to 135,000, which come from charts like this logarithmic regression channel and the power law chart itself. And these are something that I've discussed so many times before, and I'll do a dedicated video on discussing it if we get these proper momentum shifts to the upside, which fully confirm this move. I don't want to jump the gun. I try and keep a level head on this channel. When a lot of people were screaming for lower prices down here in these bull market support band retests as we were lingering on the edge of a cliff, I was saying, hold on a second, guys. This is critical support. Let's not sell into support. And that's exactly what I'm doing right here. We have broken upwards. It's good to see, but we're not absolutely in the clear yet. And so talking about, oh, we're going to go to 135,000 right now is kind of silly when we can just wait for an extra few $1,000s to the upside to get confirmation and then talk about it. Let's not jump the gun. Let's not get emotional. Stick to the charts. Good progress. Watch this line from 2017 closely. Let's see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe like usual. Go ahead and check out the Bitunix Exchange. I don't just talk about this for me. I talk about it for you as well, right? I use this exchange personally. I picked out this exchange to talk about on this YouTube channel. I don't just take random advertisements from people. There's a reason why this is the only thing I ever promote on this channel. It's because I use it personally, right? It's global non-KYC, never been hacked before, very low trading fees, everything you'd expect from a major exchange. And if you sign up with my link down below, you'll get a 15% lifetime trading fee discount on every single buy and sell that you make. So that link is going to get you that exclusive discount. You're going to help out the channel with that link as well, which I appreciate. And of course, you'll help out yourself by getting on this exchange. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.